Hey guys, Pastor Jeremiah here, and welcome to AMPED Online. You know, since we've been quarantined, the church has had to learn a new way of gathering together without gathering together. With all these restrictions, we've had to learn a whole new way of not only gathering together, but also following the Great Commission in general, right? Now, being the guy who handles most of the media here at the church, I can totally relate in saying that it hasn't been an easy road to travel. But this challenge has taught me to get even closer to God on a whole new level, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. I actually want to encourage you and teach you to do the exact same thing. Now, with that being said, we are going to start going through the book of Acts, line by line, verse by verse, studying and learning to apply its text in our lives as we live it today. Now, Acts shows a great picture of how the church began. And even though we're not starting a new church, not by any means, I believe that we can apply those same principles that they did way back then and adapt to the new normal that we live in today. Now, today, we're just going to go over a brief introduction to the book of Acts, giving you some deeper insight into this book so that you can understand the context and where the texts are coming from much easier. Actually, I challenge you to go ahead, read through the first chapter on your own time, and then in the next video, we're going to jump straight in and meet these scriptures head on. Now, without further ado, let's hop in to the introduction to the book of Acts. Now, some fun facts. Acts is actually a part 2 or a sequel to the Gospel of Luke, both of which were written by the same man named, you guessed it, Luke. You see, Luke was a physician. We also know that through reading through the New Testament and the Scriptures that he traveled a lot right along the side of the Apostle Paul. Luke shows his intelligence with his writings in both of these books by displaying a great amount of detail in each of these books throughout them. A good synopsis of each of these, just to kind of bring everything together. Part 1, or the Gospel of Luke, tells us about the life of Jesus here on earth, from birth up until he ascended to heaven. Part 2, also known in some versions as the Acts of the Apostles, tells us of life in general here on earth after Jesus ascended to heaven. What did his followers do? And how did that bring us to where we are today? You see, the book of Acts really acts as a bridge, pun intended, between the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and the epistles. Acts shows a lot of the impact that Jesus' birth, life, death, resurrection, and ascension here in this world had on us. It also gives us an orderly account of the start of the first Christian church. It also introduces some exciting new characters and events. The Holy Spirit actually makes his entrance to believers here. Acts tells us how the church as we know it today got its start. We also meet some integral characters for the first time. One of these characters, after he was converted, went on to write about 2/3 of the New Testament alone. And the same 2/3 of the New Testament that we read over and over again today. Can you tell me who this person is? Go ahead and put it in the comments below if you think you know who this is. Now, that's about it for today. I just wanted to get this out of the way so that next video we could really focus on the scriptures themselves when we get started. Now, make sure that you sign up for our Monday night Zoom parties. This takes place every Monday night at 6 p.m. Everyone's welcome that's in between the ages of 12 and 18, but I need you to sign up beforehand so that I can make sure that you get the invitation link and explain to you how to actually join in on this party. It's a lot of fun. We play a lot of games, and we just, like I said, let loose and have fun. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button here on YouTube, and also follow us on Instagram at AmpedNH. God bless you guys. I love you and can't wait to dig into this study together. We'll see you next time.